It's Thursday in Simpson, excuse me, in Tryon, North Carolina, and it's been a cool but beautiful day. Sun's been out, little windy, but we had a high of about 55 degrees, and last night it got down into the lower 40s. It's just been a refreshing, cool blast of air that's come through. It's going to be starting to warm up again, but we certainly enjoyed the cold weather. Well, having come from Florida, and particularly coming from the area where a lot of strawberries are grown, I remember hearing a story about one strawberry saying something to the other strawberry. The first strawberry said to the second strawberry, "If you weren't so fresh, we wouldn't be in this jam." Terrible, terrible, terrible. You can tell it to your children, though, and your grandchildren. Paul's on his third missionary journey in the book of Romans. There's two parts to Romans. First part is chapters 1 through 12, the beliefs. Chapters 13 through 16 is behavior. And out of our beliefs ought to come our behavior. And that's exactly what Paul was saying. He was probably on his third missionary journey, and he had laid down all of these wonderful doctrinal beliefs that he had given to us so clearly in chapters 1 through 12. And now he's talking about his beliefs and how we ought to have our behavior reflecting our beliefs. And what really struck me as I was reviewing again chapter 16 was the value that Paul had on women. Now that may seem strange to you because a lot of people say Paul was a male chauvinist pig, but that's not at all the case. As a matter of fact, as he's closing out his book of Romans, he lists in chapter 16 through verses 16, 1 through 16, he lists Phoebe, Priscilla, Mary, Julia, the mother of Rufus, Nora's sister, and other females who had been of great value to him and to the cause of Christ. I think as we approach Mother's Day, it's very important for us to remember the tremendous value that women have not only in the home and to their husbands, but also in the church. Just as they were valuable to Paul as he was building the churches throughout the whole area, they too are very valuable to the churches today. I don't know where our churches would be today if it were not for the women in the churches. And so I think it's important for us as we approach Mother's Day to realize that it's not just motherhood, but it's also their service to Christ. And then he gives a warning. He warns that we should keep our eyes on those that cause dissensions, who are hindrances, and whose teachings are contrary to the teachings of Paul. And I think that's a good word, particularly in today's world. We find more and more people within different denominations, including Baptist denominations, who are hindering the gospel by compromise. They would take the word of God and they would compromise it just to be politically correct. And we need to be very, very careful of those people who would cause dissensions and hindrances when they teach contrary with flattering speech and deceiving the hearts of those that listen. Paul says to us, he says, be wise in what is good, and be innocent in what is evil. And then he says to put our eyes on the one who can establish us according to the preaching of Jesus Christ, the mysteries which were manifest by the scriptures. The Bible is our only book. But the Bible has been proven over and over again through prophecy and fulfillment, through the accuracy of the geography, and the other historical writings which support the Bible. I think it's important for us to remember that the Bible is the heart of our faith. It is the actual truth that God has revealed to us. And we need to be sure that we understand that the scriptures reflect everything that the prophet said would happen, and that the scriptures were revealed to us through the command of an eternal God who made all of it known to us. And never forget that the doctrine that we follow as Christians is not the doctrine of man. has been tested over thousands of years. It's been challenged over thousands of years. And yet it's still as relevant as it ever was. And it is God's breathed word, written by the hand of man, but inspired totally by the God of the heavens and the earth, and the one who sent his son to die for us. That's your thought for the day. God bless you. Have a great day.